Erin, we're going to figure out what does it take to get you from where you are now to a pull-up. First dead hang, and by pull-up we mean strict, controlled, no kipping, chin so far over the bar there's no question at all about, like, yes, that's a legit pull-up. But our first version of that is going to be a chin-up. All right, so we'll start aiming. There's going to be some pulling, some changing the grip around work as we go, but first measure of success then is a nice, strict, slow, dead hang chin-up, and then moving on to a pull-up grip. But first we have to figure out what you can do now. So let's do just a series of tests, checks, and just find out what's going on with you. Let me ask you to face the wall and hang from the bar. And what we're after now is just an active hang. So from here, yeah, arms straight and pull your body up as high as you can go, meaning pull your shoulders down hard. And now reverse that and push yourself down, push. Yeah. So, and then pull up and down here a few times. Scap pulls. Go 5 or 6 of these things, please. Nice. And what I'm looking for is a certain amount of mobility here in your scapula. Sorry about the cold fingers. And some strength to just control your body there. Nice. One more, and push down as far as you can again. Thank you. Good. All right, relax from that one. I think the qualities we want to build, there's scapular strength and stability, and this one could kind of be a heading for these. This is all kind of the same subject, this first from here up. The active hang and scap pulls we just did. We're going to test now horizontal pulling, your ability to do this with a barbell and on rings, both. But what we're really after here is, again, with the scapula controlling strength, stability is kind of the same thing, right? Different ways of talking about the same quality. But we want to see what can you do, how much load can we put on your shoulder blades, and ultimately it has to be your body weight, right? Yep. Okay, so let's go with horizontal pulling, first version in ring rows. Let's start with a kind of an easy version, and we'll make it harder as we go here. Let's start at an angle like this. Active shoulders, strong pull, and then squeeze your shoulder blades hard at the top. Maybe even a little more forward. There you go. So first, from a passive hang, you're just hanging down, let everything sag. It feels like a nice stretch in there, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not strong. So big chest, there you go. And when you do that, be careful not to hyperextend here. So squeeze your tummy a little as well. And now, good active shoulder set, then go ahead and pull. And at the top, what I want is to drive these elbows back hard. So yeah, more. Drive them back toward me. There you go. And that's from here. Squeeze this hard. All right, so good. Down. Let me have like 6 of those, please. Same thing, just keep your tummy a little tight so your body stays straight. Active shoulders, pull, and the most important part is this strong squeeze here. Good. That's pretty good what you're doing now. It needs to be a little better. Keep pulling, please. Your goal is to get this knuckle deep in your armpit. We want to close this distance here. Erin's pulling pretty strong, but we want to get that distance in. That knuckle as deep in your armpit as you can go. There you go, squeeze, but don't arch your back while you're doing it. So squeeze your tummy there. Good. Yeah, let's go 2 more. The most important part of this version is this squeeze of the shoulder blades here at the top, trying to pinch them together hard. Good, and I'm guessing that the actual pulling motion is easy for you, right? Yeah. That's not the big deal, but your shoulders get tired from this hard squeeze at the top. Mm-hmm. Good. All right, relax from that. That's pretty good. Like I said, I would like to see like another inch of motion, and it comes from, that inch is going to come from not arms here, but in this case, shoulder blades. Squeezing those shoulder blades hard. One more test. Get close to a horizontal pull here. And let's see how close you can come. We would like that same depth at this angle. Let's see what happens here. So just prop your feet on the corner. Same thing, try not to hyperextend your back, so keep some pressure in your tummy. Body straight, active shoulders. All right, there we go. Come down. So this is the first big area where we see, okay, we got to improve this. So again, pull, squeeze, 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 squeeze. There you go. Now, try to control this. I'm going to take away this help. Good, good. Let's do 2 more of those, please. So pull, I'm going to lift you to the top. Good. Pull. Squeeze your shoulder blades hard and keep feeling this in your back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 1 more. Pull. Good. Now squeeze those shoulder blades. So we're getting a negative. There you go. And that's what, a 2 or 3 second negative? Go ahead and relax. You know how negatives work. They're going to start off, you can barely control. It's almost like 1 second, right? Barely controlled failure. When we can't control it, you just fall down. That's not considered a negative yet. That's too, that would be too advanced. But in this case, for a couple of reps, you were able to slow that down for a few seconds. Over time, you want to get to where you might still need a little boost to get to the top, but then you can hold it. And you can slow this down 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, even longer. Slow that negative down so as in essence then it stops being a controlled failure and it becomes more like just a series of positions. Hold this one, hold this one, hold this one. The whole time though you're feeling it here, you're squeezing here. Just another way to get pretty much the same effect. Let's try this with an empty bar first. That just to get the motion down. You've done bent over rows. Let's maximize here. I'm going to ask you to maximize. Pull your shoulders super tight toward you're turning on your lats, pulling your shoulders toward your hips. And then as you row, again, the most important part is the top of the motion where you're squeezing the shoulder blades hard, which feels like you're trying to put a crease in your ribs with that bar. All right, let me ask you to grab the bar then. And yeah, let's just, to be as clear as possible, you're in a good position, but I want to talk about how we get there. So stand up, please. For a lot of people, they need to see how to get into that position. So from here, take a breath, squeeze your tummy first. So a little bit of tension here, big chest already. So you're already trying to bend the bar, pulling your shoulders back and down. Now, push your hips back. And you'll end up where you were wasn't wrong at all. So for this one, it's fine to bend your knees a little because we're not trying to emphasize hamstrings per se. As you really get tight though, try not to hyperextend here. This is a common fault, is to dump into the low back a little too much. Again, bend the barbell and go ahead and row. And as you pull, I want you to squeeze here again, just like you did on, yeah, perfect. Notice how that changed your line of attack a little bit? You're pulling almost up and back, right? Squeeze those shoulder blades hard, good. Yeah. So again, the actual pull isn't very hard for you. It's the squeeze at the top. And what we're trying to do then is really establish control here. Good, 1 more. A common fault that folks make on this one is to lift the bar up toward the arms. Will you do it kind of incorrectly once? Lift the bar straight up, please. Yeah, that doesn't have the same, can you feel the difference? You didn't engage here as much. So pulling up and back, and again the cue, bend the bar is really pretty helpful. Literally try to bend that barbell. Good, all right. Go ahead and relax there. Same thing, start by taking a breath and squeeze your tummy. When the bar gets heavier, it's even more tempting to hyperextend. There he goes. Keep some good solid pressure in your abs, bend the bar, and pull back toward your belly button even a little bit more. There you go. Good. Squeeze here, squeeze. There you go. Yeah. One way to think about this squeezing shoulder blades at the top is pretty effective, is drive your elbows up hard. All right, so we've got 2 versions of horizontal pulling. In both cases, what we're after is this pushing and pulling, controlling your scapula, building the strength back here so you have a foundation to pull from. We've already established that you're pretty good at the hang, the grip strength, the shoulder activation there, so you know how to turn your lats on. That's a big deal. Let's test bicep strength a little bit here. And we're going to do this with a version of curls. You could do curls with dumbbells. We'd rather not look at that, so we're going to do it on rings. We'll play around with the angle and find an angle that's challenging, but as always here, start by setting your shoulders, and you'll pull till your elbows come just about even with your trunk, right? You know, so this upper arm comes to here, and from there what I want to do now is change the motion. Instead of continuing back with the elbows will stop, and you're going to now do a curl and bring your hands in as tight as you can. So that part is just a straight bicep curl, except your bicep curl with some emphasis on controlling the shoulder position. So big chest, pull, and now I'm done pulling my upper arms, and then I'm going to close the bicep angle. So first active shoulders, there you go. Good with the elbows, nice. Now at the top, try to stay away from this wrist flexion. Keep your wrists even and just pull. There you go, there you go. And as much as possible here, you're going to trap your elbows. So from now, the elbows will straighten some. There you go. Yeah. The elbows stay tucked by your side as much as you can. And here, squeeze hands right in tight to your shoulders. There you go. And as always, Erin, try not to hyperextend. There you go. Yeah. Good. Tuck those elbows back by your side a little bit. Good. Nice. Notice what you've done with your hand position is supinated, so it turns into a chin-up grip. It's a good way to start. Good. It's challenging, right? There's some work there. So a little bit better bicep strength will help you close that angle on the chin-up. Let's test chin-up negatives now. Let's go ahead and jump into the real deal. We already know there's a little bit of problem getting over the bar. So what I'm going to do is, I think we'll start, we won't use a band here. I'll spot, help you lift over the bar. You're going to try to feel all the stuff we've been doing. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down, pull your elbows in tight so you've got the same strong bicep engagement that you just had, and then lower down to that active hang that we did just a few minutes ago. Just a quick note here at the bottom, your feet are going to touch before your arms are perfectly straight. Fine, but don't take very much weight on your feet. In fact, try not to take any, so you'll come down. In other words, I want to make sure that this comes full extension before you unload on the box. So when you're ready, pull. Okay, now hold, and slow as you can. This is awesome, you're close. You are close to a chin up, good. So nice, steady, don't collapse or speed up, just keep coming. Yeah, shake it out, that's awesome. That was one really nice negative. Right now, you probably only have a few of those in you at a time? Probably. Okay, but that's really, really effective strength training. So let's go for 2 more of these things right now. Okay. When you're ready, and pull. Good. In terms of getting over the bar, any combination of, again, don't hold it forever, just come down nice and slow and controlled. There you go. There you go. Come full extension before you take weight. One more, and this time work the bottom a little harder, like you're unloading a little too much on the box. You want your shoulders to work all the way down. And the other side of that is don't hold it quite as long at the top. That's going to exhaust you pretty fast. Okay. Right, so you can start moving, just control. Okay. All right, you want to shake it out here? And let's get one more good rep here. So what we're after on these negatives, a few minutes ago I said you want to slow them down 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, slower is better. But you got to start with what you can do. In the beginning, you'd like to make these so that you can do at least 6 reps, maybe 8, right? You know, which means 1 or 2 second, maybe 3 second. Yeah, make it. And this is how you adjust the difficulty. If you hold a position, static hold, that's getting hard. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and you're going to collapse halfway down, right? So that's a little too hard to start right now. Okay, one more. I babbled to give you a little break, and let's pull. Again, any jumping, lifting, pulling, whatever it takes, good. Just stay nice and steady all the way down. Come to full extension with your arms. Yeah, great, that was awesome, good. Cool, so what we found here is that hanging, grip strength, that's not what's holding you back. We need some strength. We saw it clearest on the horizontal ring row. Like the horizontal ring row is not there yet. And what that tells us is that the strength to really control your scapula under almost your full body weight is not quite there. So what's happening on the chin up without assistance is you pull and your shoulders collapse, they move under a load. That's what I call collapse. And that just kind of robs all the strength from you right when you need to finish the pull. So hanging, pulling with your arms, that's not too bad. Your bicep strength could be better, but it's okay. That's not what's holding you back. What's holding you back is just a little bit of scapular strength at the top. So what we're going to do is put together a program that has you work on all of these elements, the scapular strength in different positions, the bicep strength. Even though you're already good at it, some of the scapular positioning and strength we can always get better in a couple of different angles. In your regular workout course, we have to support this scapular strength with also some pushing, right? And so that'll get worked in there as well. But yeah, we're off to a good start. Questions on that? Any of that? Good. Let's put together a program and get you going.